What are these dynamics that could impact both demand for your service and your progress throughout the rest of the year?
Yeah, for us, it's all about vehicles being sold into the consumer market and the fleet market. Our business is completely driven by vehicles driving demand for charging. And you're seeing that. You're seeing a tremendous number of announcements. You're also seeing great consumer reception to the new makes and models that are really going to drive demand for our products.
Now, to what degree do incentives from governments then influence the pace and rate, right, of purchases of EVs? To what extent do, I guess, the pricing actions by some of these companies influence that too? We've seen Tesla in the last few days say, hey, we're going to have to raise prices a bit to deal with some of these supply chain issues that we've seen globally.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's normal price dynamics in not only in the auto industry, but you're seeing that, I think, across the board in all industries. Prices move around with with supply chain issues, availability, demand, et cetera. But in general, EVs, you're seeing the most heartening thing is you're seeing more makes and models being introduced daily, and their price points, the available models at lower price points that are more accessible to consumers has gone way up. And that, I think, is the bigger driver to consumer adoption of electric vehicles.
To what extent are you watching what's happening globally in EV adoption? And, how much do those other markets affect how you invest and how you strategize about your growth?
Well, we're investing heavily in Europe, in addition to North America. And then we're also investing heavily in the emerging fleet segment, which is a global business for us as well. So we not only watch it, we think it's critical, and here's why. The auto industry is one where it cannot bring platforms locally to a market that are too distinct because the R&D support for that is challenging. And obviously, you get economies of scale when you can sell into more than one market. We have the same exact dynamic in our industry and virtually every other. You need global scale to be competitive, to drive the R&D that you need to drive to support it. And more importantly, we need to be well integrated with auto OEMs, in-dash experiences, and the ecosystem around that. And they're going to introduce those platforms globally. So the global nature of this cannot be more critical.
Are we going to get, on that commercial industrial front, are we going to get more EV truck stops? I mean, those seem like things that, that could be a backbone for this kind of business. How does that develop? Is there anything that you can do, either influencing policy or coalition-wise, to bring that more to fruition more quickly?
Yeah, so we're working with the National Association of Truck Stop Operators because they serve long-haul and medium-haul trucking, as well as passenger cars that want to use the facilities at many of the member truck and rest areas that are a part of that organization. So the answer is a definitive yes there. Our policy team is quite well distributed through the country, through not only our country, we also have a presence in Canada and the EU, because helping to define good policy in how we can streamline the acceptance of vehicles in the trucking segment that you talked about, or the broader fleet segment and the consumer segment, is all critical. How you structure incentives, how you structure not only incentives for vehicles, but incentives for infrastructure to get good infrastructure and no stranded assets, that's very important.
Shepard Smith here. Thanks for watching CNBC on YouTube.